What is going on, everybody? Hope you are doing well. So as of this lesson, it is Christmas next week. Today is December 19th, 2024. So hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. And I think I'll be doing a couple of live calls that week anyway, because we don't stop over here at onlyfamous.ai, which is soon to be Famous.ai. We bought that domain and it wasn't cheap, but we've got it, and we're going to convert to Famous.ai instead of onlyfamous.ai. Much more powerful, concise, clean, love it. All right, guys, you ready to get into some Facebook hacks here? Let's do it. So, diving straight into it, guys. Use Facebook groups strategically. So there's always method behind the madness, right? Always think about the end in mind. And if you've got a group, which I would definitely encourage you to do, start a group, think about who you're inviting in it, start small, start building value in there, start getting engagement. Friends and family is a great place to start. And if you're out there kind of jumping into other or different groups, trying to promote yourself, for the love of, be politically correct here, for the love of Santa, make sure you're not just leading with promotional and salesy stuff. People don't like it. They switch off. They'll kick you out of groups. They'll report you as like a spammy person. So it's a much slower burn to really build a lot of momentum doing this, but the slower or harder the task, usually it correlates to the more valuable stuff you're getting out of it, right? The harder it is, the more value you can get. Meaning that if you actually take a bit of time here and get into these groups and provide real value, like offer opinions, give cool links to stuff and articles, and maybe even generate a few images for groups or people in the groups that you see engaging, and just give them stuff for free. People love it. Build that value. Be authentic. Be genuine. That way you build real credibility. People like you. They engage with you. And a few different things can happen. They can start trickling into your groups if you're inviting them, which is another hack I'll get into in this video. But anyway, right? So many people just focus on pages, and Facebook groups are highly effective for engagement and follower growth. Join niche groups, right? So actively participate in groups related to your niche by, as I was saying, right, providing those values, that value, answering questions, sharing really cool, engaging, unique, and differentiated insights. I'll say that till the cows come home. Avoid overly, like I was just saying, right? Avoid overly promotional content, but subtly include your page in your bio or posts, right? Create your own group, as I was mentioning. Again, build a community around a specific topic and funnel members to follow your page for updates, exclusive content, or deeper insights. And the secret tip here is pin engaging questions or polls in the group to keep members active and curious about your content. Don't let it stagnate. It can be, I'll say something else here, it can actually be detrimental to your brand if you start a group and start getting momentum and then just either forget about it or, stop caring about it. And if you take your eyes off that group, so two things here. Number one, don't take your eyes off the group and constantly engage, because if you don't know the conversations that will start happening in that, like, oh, they don't care about this, or people starting to troll and spam in there, and it just becomes an absolute, pardon my French, shit show. So people sometimes underestimate the positive impact groups can have, Facebook groups, but also counterintuitive, or the other end of that, the negative impact it can have if you're not cultivating the group in the right way. I've seen all sides of this, right? I've seen Facebook groups with thousands upon thousands of members go horribly wrong, and I've also seen them go really, really well. So if you're going to go down this route, take it seriously and really care about your audience and the followers and the members of the group you're getting in there, whether it's your own group or whether it's someone else's group. Treat it with the utmost respect. Because a huge thing is, and I've seen, I've been parts of businesses that have done this over and over again with a lot of success. If you manage to build incredible groups and Facebook pages, you can eventually monetize them very easily. It's probably the easiest way to monetize. Let's say you're like a health coach or an e-com coach or a fitness coach, health and fitness, right? If you've built an amazing group of even, say, 500 to 1,000 people, and you come in with a high-ticket coaching offer, and you've built that credibility, that authority, that value with that group, I'm telling you, the sales will be like that. So the easiest sales you'll ever make because you've already led with so much value. That applies to basically everything you do, right? The more value you can lead with, so coming back to commenting, posting great content, like giving stuff away for free, the more value you build, the easier it is to convert. Anyway, already spent 6 minutes on point one. We've got a long way to go yet. All right, we'll blast through the rest of these ones here. So number 2 is leverage invite to follow on post engagement. Not everyone understands what this is or how to use it. So Facebook allows you to invite people who react to your post to follow your page. You'd be surprised. You may know that. A lot of people don't. So when a post gains traction, just click on the reactions, the likes and the loves, to see a list of users that are engaging with the content. And next to each name, you'll see an invite button if they aren't already following your page. So this works especially well with boosted posts or viral organic content, as it converts casual engagers into long-term followers. Again, always start with that end in mind. And the secret tip here is pair this with highly shareable content such as memes, infographics to maximize reach. And then hopefully you can just get a bit of that ever elusive virality that we're always talking about. Well, with this platform, with Famous.ai, it is no longer elusive, my friends. It is well within reach. All right. That's number 2. What we got for number 3? Yeah, we'll blast through number 3 as well. Super easy one. Create evergreen content with shareability in mind. So design content that encourages people to share it on their timelines, exposing it to their networks, their friends, their followers, anyone that's interested in them. Post inspirational quotes. Use the quote generator, the badass quote generator that we made for you guys. I actually love that. It's low-key one of my favorite apps. I'm all about quotes. Shall I drop one now? Yeah, I'll drop a quote on fear. Through every generation of the human race, there's been a constant war, a war of fear. Those who have the courage to conquer it are made free. Those conquered by it are made to suffer until they have the courage to defeat it or death takes them. That's a quote by Alexander the Great about fear. It's pretty intense, but I love it. So yeah, relatable memes, inspirational quotes, combine visually appealing designs with messages that resonate with your audience's emotions or humor. Localized or community-focused posts, right? Content that speaks to specific locations, events, or causes tend to be shared more by people who identify with it. So do that, guys. Like, find these groups that are based around events. Like, if your brand or niche is somewhat related to music, obviously you can find gigs and festivals and all that crazy stuff. You know, if it's health and fitness and you're a runner, you can find ultra marathon groups or triathlons or whatever it is to really promote. And those are such great places to find new followers and fans of what you're doing by posting really cool stuff, really cool articles, generating some like random crazy images with our hero generators or scroll stopping ads to post in there just for the sake of creating something cool for the group, right? If you lead with that mentality and that value mindset, let's call it, you will reap the rewards. I'm telling you, it may not be instantaneous, but you build that momentum. It can be super, super powerful. Secret tip, add subtle branding like your page name or handle to shared posts. So viewers know where the content originated. Just always in the back of your mind, just be drawing them into that amazing source of all this content, which is you and your brand. All right. Number 4, master engagement algorithms with micro actions. With this one, it's pretty logical when you think about it, but again, not everyone's doing it, right? You got to be quick with this stuff. So encourage micro engagements like likes and reactions and comments within the first 5 minutes of posting, right? So Facebook prioritizes posts that spark immediate activity, as do most of the other platforms, which I think I definitely have mentioned in the other videos, like Instagram and TikTok. So a couple of tips, guys, like use a controversial statement or relatable meme to start a discussion. Don't be afraid to be a little bit of or a little bit controversial within reason. You know, disclaimer, don't go out there just saying crazy stuff and getting shut down on Facebook. Definitely not. But don't be afraid to challenge a little bit of the norms. Encourage curiosity, encourage good debate. Do not troll. Do not, intentionally piss people off. Like I say, one of my mentors always taught me, if 20% of the people aren't liking what you're doing something wrong, right? You're staying too much in the status quo and not taking enough risks and not being a challenging enough, right? So there's a way to do it in a very genuine, ethical way that grows your audience and creates that curiosity and engagement. And there's also just being a troll and making people feel shitty for no reason. So don't do the latter. Can't state that enough. Don't be a troll. If I find trolls on the platform, I'll literally refund you and kick you out. Not even if you're trolling us. If I see you trolling other people, we don't like it, right? We'll happily refund and kick out any trolls. This is a badass community with people that want to do cool stuff. End post with open-ended question like, what's your biggest challenge? These are great hacks, guys. Like, just encourage that curiosity through engagement with badass questions. Send the post to a few trusted supporters or team members and ask them to engage right after your post. That's a good one, guys. Like, utilize the tools at your disposal, your friends, your family, people you work with even. Send them the posts after you've posted them so they get that engagement. So Facebook recognizes the algorithm, boosts it. It's a beautiful thing. Use Facebook's Boost Post feature with a small budget to push your content to lookalike audiences, especially for content that's already performing well. It's very intuitive to do that, guys. If you haven't, I highly, highly recommend it. All right, last but not least, the old exclusivity, right? Being part of something that is not easily accessible or perceived to be as easily accessible as just like the big common groups. It's the same thing with the same psychology and mentality as, some of the most exclusive restaurants or nightclubs or clubs in the world, like Soho House being one of them. It's all about exclusivity. So the more you can position, and I'm not saying do this all the time with everything, but strategically, if you're starting private value groups with strategic entry questions, it automatically eludes that like sense of exclusivity and what's this, and piquing the curiosity and what's behind the wall here, how do I get into this? You want to create that, right? That air of mystery and mystique. So why it works: people value exclusivity. A private Facebook group focused on a niche subject, or niche as a lot of Americans say, can generate a sense of belonging and encourage more active engagement. Huge part that I wasn't even mentioning is the sense of belonging and creating those groups. Human beings are tribal creatures. We like tribes. And if you can build a badass tribe, your whole business should be about building a badass tribe. Like, your personal brand is your tribe. People that follow you are your tribe. People that buy your products, your services, your high ticket, that engage with you. These people and human beings are part of your tribe, and people love being parts of tribes. So make your tribe super valuable, exclusive, and position it of something that people want to be a part of, right? Absolutely. So choose a niche, find a specific angle within your industry. So vegan entrepreneurs under 30, or AI for content creators, or fitness through skateboarding, which is an example that I keep talking about. Maybe the universe is telling me to start a skateboarding fitness brand. Strategic entry questions. So what we mean by this, guys, is ask 3 to 4 entry questions to collect valuable data, such as their email, specific challenges they face, what's your number one pain point, What's another good one? For personal branding, you could ask, like, you know, who are your top 3 personal brands in the world? Just get that sense of curiosity. All right, that was a pretty generic question, but you know what I mean? Like, you could even make it a bit challenging. Like, who's someone that, see, this is a more interesting question already. Who's a personal brand, and you can make it private as well, right? But who's a personal brand you follow that you would rather not have your friends and family know about, right? Already that's kind of like an interesting, like, oh, that's a challenging question. I'm not sure I want to share it with you, but it creates that sense of curiosity, right? And challenges you a little bit. Content that encourages FOMO, fear of missing out, right? Share exclusive templates, hacks, or insider insights within the group. Promote these in public posts to make outsiders want to join. Always give them a little bit, right? Dangle the carrot just a little bit, right? Always leave them wanting more. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that was 5 good hacks for growth on Facebook. Hope you enjoyed that one. See you on the next one.